Hello, welcome back. So, as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be all about how to help you get your first social media management clients, or if you're struggling on getting clients, this is for you. So, the reason I'm kind of laughing is because I literally sat down, pressed record, and as I was giving the intro, I got an email from a potential client that I've been talking to, and they said that they're going with somebody else, which is totally fine. I'm like bummed about it, but I think it's so funny that I sat down to film a video and just got a rejection from a potential client, which is like such a perfect segue. Isn't that wild? The chances of that happening is insane. So yes, let's talk about it. I've got my notes here. We're going to talk all about clients, booking clients, dealing with rejection, what to do with rejection, just kind of the life of being a social media manager. So before you start booking any clients, you need some kind of experience and some kind of proof to show that you know what you're doing and you know how to do it. Now, there is a caveat to this. You don't need to have an amazing portfolio of experience in order to book your first client, but some experience is necessary to get there. And I do have videos all about this. I've got a video about what a social media manager does, and then this video talks all about like the whole overview of how to be a social media manager. So I kind of talk a little bit about how to get experience, but you need to have some experience. You don't have to be like the best ever out of all the social media managers to get it. You just need some kind of results. You will get experience the more you do it. And honestly, the best way to get some experience is just to start your own page and just get some experience there. You can also reach out to friends and family. But honestly, if you know how to edit, you know how to post, you know kind of the basic rules of social media marketing, you'll be fine. You can do the job. My goal is to help you get your first client. And this is just based on my experience. This is what has worked for me. It might be different for you. You might find different ways that work better than the ways I say. I would love to hear the ways that you've gotten clients, or if you have any questions down below. Okay, so the very first thing that you need is a portfolio. This is the place where you are going to show your results and your offering. There are a lot of different amazing portfolio templates that you can find. I use Canva, and honestly, it's pretty straightforward. So you can have like your title page, and then you go right into results. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like I said, it can just be showing like, oh, before I started implementing a strategy, here are the views, and here are the views after. Or, you know, I grew this many followers in this amount of time. Just some kind of metric, some kind of number that you can show. And you can also include testimonials if you have any of those, or just one testimonial from one person, or two. You don't have to, but that does help with kind of the social proof. So you really want to focus on the results first, because that's what people are really interested in first. The second point you want to point out are your skills. So what makes you different? What makes you stand out? What are things that you can do? And this is where you kind of get to show off your work. So if you have some videos or photos that you're really proud of, you stick those on there and you get to show them off. And this is part of the reason why I love Canva, is because you can actually make a little mini website of it. So that way when people go to check out your portfolio, they can watch a video that you've made to kind of show off your work. And then lastly are your offers. What are the things that you can provide? So there's social media management, which doesn't always include content creation. It could just be posting or strategizing. And then obviously there's photography, content creation. If you do like design at all, if you do website design, if you do UGC work, if you can help with influencer marketing, you know, getting influencers and brand deals and all that stuff, that's where you put all your offerings towards the end. But yeah, honestly, simplicity is key. Keep it simple, keep it visually appealing, keep it aesthetic, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. All right, so now that you have a portfolio, now it's time to make a list of businesses that you want to work with. The way that I have found a lot of success is just by simply cold emailing businesses that I'm interested in working with, and specifically local businesses. There's a couple things to look out for when you are looking for businesses to reach out to. The very first thing you need to do is you need to identify, okay, what business or businesses or kind of niche would I be interested in? Let's say, for example, you're interested in the wedding niche. So you are going going to research businesses by typing in, wedding or wedding dress or wedding bouquet or wedding flowers in your local area, and then make a list of businesses that you would be interested in. Now, there's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind when you're looking at these businesses, and you can have multiple niches, you can have multiple businesses that you're interested in, but make sure that they're businesses that you would love to work for, and it's not just this looks kind of boring, but it's a client, you know what I mean? So the very first thing that I do is I go to their social media and I look and see how often they're posting. If they're posting pretty consistently, it's a good chance, every day or every week, there's a pretty good chance that they already have a social media manager, which is also why I don't always DM them, because if there's a social media manager there already, the social media manager is probably just going to delete that DM because they don't want their job taken by you. So you really want to look for the businesses who look like they might have some struggles with posting consistently. I think that's the biggest reason why people need social media managers, is just because the limited amount of time that they have. And so if they haven't posted for a couple weeks or a couple months, that's a great sign. If it's been a couple years, that's a little too long. And then also check Facebook, because sometimes they might not be posting on Instagram, but they might be posting on Facebook. So just keep that in mind. If they are posting fairly consistently, look out for the type of content that they're creating, look at their engagement, see if there are areas that you could help them with. But if they're already doing a really good job on posting consistently and getting pretty good engagement, then you're probably not going to have much luck with them. I would just recommend looking for businesses who look like they need help. So now that you have a list of businesses that you would love to work for and you see areas that you can help them with, now you're going to start creating a cold email for them. And I actually do have a free template down below that you can download to help you kind of map out the perfect cold email, or at least the cold emails that have worked for me. Now, the key to cold emailing is to make it not feel like a cold email. It needs to feel really personable and personalized, because we all get those emails where we know it's just like a copy and paste and it doesn't feel like anything. And a really big thing when it comes to anything marketing or anything with email is providing some kind of value. So this is kind of the secret sauce to cold emailing, is you are going to give them something for free. And again, this is in the free template down below if you're interested. I have 10 freebie ideas. Basically, you want to give them some kind of helpful value that they could use without them having to hire you at all. So you're just helping them, and then it shouldn't be salesy at all. It shouldn't be pushy at all. So I'm going to go through this cold email template with you. So I just started out, hey, first name of the owner. I'm Anne Marie. I came across your Instagram and your wedding cakes are absolutely beautiful. Or give some kind of compliment. Or if you've ever been there, be like, oh, I bought this, I love it. Or my friends love you. Or I've followed you for a while and my friends followed you. Just something that's really personable from you to them. And then I noticed, insert problem. So you could say, I noticed you haven't been posting on Instagram as often, or you haven't posted on Instagram in a while. And then which can insert missed opportunities. So can reduce reach to future clients, or reduce awareness, or you're missing out on awareness or whatever for your wedding cakes. I know you're busy, so I'd love to help you post more consistent and engaging content. Business owners are so busy, especially small business owners. I think sometimes we don't understand how truly busy they are. And so acknowledging that, it's not their fault. You're not trying to guilt them and saying and pointing out oh, here's this hole in their social media, because guess what? They're probably noticing all the weaknesses in their business, and social media is just one extra thing that they're oh, I need to do this. Make sure it's not guilt tripping or pointing out weaknesses. It's I know you're busy. You're probably not posting consistent because you are busy, but there are consequences to that, and I can help you. Kind of thing. Does that make sense? So next part, I'm a social media manager here in insert your local town, and had some ideas to help. So I've made a social media checklist for you that you can use. Social media checklist, that's just the freebie. So you can call it whatever you want. And then insert your results that you've helped or you've gotten businesses. So I recently helped a small business increase their reel and TikTok reach by growing 200 new followers in 30 days or whatever. It doesn't have to be crazy. You can view my portfolio attached below to see examples of my work, or you can do the link to your little website, whatever works best. Also keep in mind, if you do a PDF portfolio, it's not going to show the videos, if that makes sense. So if you're including videos of your work and examples of your work, make sure it's a website and not a PDF. Next, I'd love to chat with you about it if you want to schedule a time that works for you. Either way, I love what you do and would love to work with you someday. Signed, your name. Super low pressure. We don't want this to be salesy. We want it to be helpful. They're already busy, but it also helps you stand out. And then I just have these 10 freebie ideas. And it doesn't have to be crazy. One thing that I would make sure is you want these to be personalized, but you don't want to be spending too much time on them because you're not going to get a yes from majority of your emails that you send. So you want to be conscious with the time you spend, but also the more time you spend on it, the better quality the freebie and email is going to be. Your chances of getting a response is higher. Just kind of that fine line of figuring out, okay, how much time should I spend in this? Especially if you're like, this business is like the perfect match. I would do so well. Maybe put a little bit more effort into that if you think like, oh, this is like the perfect client. So the key really is to provide them with value, giving them something for free, not asking for really anything in return unless they're interested in working with you. And hopefully they use the information you give. But if not, that's okay. And if they don't respond, that's okay. At least they got something, and maybe in the future they'll be more open to it. I've also noticed the thing about like cold emailing is be mindful on the days you do send emails. So I like to schedule mine out so they'll send like first thing in the morning. So it's like the very first thing that pops up. I probably wouldn't do like a Friday afternoon because then over the weekend they're getting more emails. So just be mindful on the days that you are sending these emails because that has a big impact as well. And the thing about cold emailing too, to keep in mind, is that some businesses will respond right away and some will respond like 2, 3, 4 months. That's happened to me. And so it really is a timing thing too. I would also say you can follow up. I haven't always done that, but maybe, 6 to 8 months go by and you're like, oh, I would just really love to help this business. I've, been following them. Send another email, be like, hey, I know I've emailed you before, but like, I just wanted to give you something else. There's a lot of different niches, so many businesses. There are so many people who need social media managers. And then the best part is if they respond and they're interested, great, you schedule a time to go meet. It could be over Zoom. I like doing it in person at the business so you can kind of see what it is, see what's going on. Now, the second way to get clients is actually posting on social media. And I did not do this for a long time until actually very recently. And I've just started just posting kind of for fun, more of like documenting, showing my personality, and more of like a creative outlet than like, oh, I'm posting to get clients. And it has been shocking at how many opportunities have popped up from me just posting on social media for like a month. It's wild. And I'm like, I should have been doing this whole time. But you also can't be salesy on social media. You have to be giving some kind of tips, some kind of value. And the other thing too is you don't have to hold yourself in a little tiny niche or like a little tiny bubble. Like people want to know you for you. And so don't be afraid to talk about different topics that aren't related to social media marketing. Like you don't have to be one of those accounts that it's like, this is just social media marketing. We have so many different interests and so many things that we could talk about them. That's totally fine. I think it's actually smart when you are posting on social media and creating an account as a social media manager or as an agency to be more of like a brand than actual like, this is me, I'm a social media manager, let me post all things social media manager, because it kind of will give you room to grow into whatever realm you want to go into or whatever realm your business morphs into. It just gives you a little bit more room to be you and to do what you are interested in, if that makes sense. Right now in my life, social media management I just love it. I love social media. I love content creation. So the majority of what I post is that just because that's how my life is right now. But I also post about other things that I'm interested in because I'm a human and I'm a person, and that helps because that way you're connecting with people and you're creating more of a community. But something that's really important is if someone does go to your page and they're interested in hiring you, you need to make sure you have a clear way to contact you. So that could be a link in bio. I have a link to my website so people can put an inquiry in and then they can schedule a call and then we chat. I actually do love Linktree because it just makes it so easy. And I don't know how long they've done this, but I use it for my digital products too. So if you're into like also providing value in that way and showing like your authority, I guess, put some digital products down there. And Linktree has those. Linktree has so many amazing things. And it has like affiliate links too. I love Linktree. Definitely have an easy way for people to go and book with you. So post on social media, but don't box yourself in and don't make it too like polished. Like I think it really is important to like show your personality. Do what feels good for you. Like you don't have to do what other social media managers are doing, and don't copy people. The thing too, you do have to treat your content like a client. It just makes it so much easier because instead of me sitting and writing 100 cold emails, I can use that time to post, and that's going to get me probably more results than cold emailing long term. But cold emailing still works great, but I feel like if you have both, the amount of clients, amount of potential of opportunities that you're going to get is going to be so much higher. So prioritize your content, but also use it as like a creative outlet too. I'm just rambling because I love content. But the other thing about posting your content and posting about being a social media manager too is it's going to help you not burn out as quickly, and it's going to keep your creativity high, because if you're just posting content for other people all the time, you're kind of gonna lose that creative spark for yourself. You gotta explore. And I've noticed like when I'm creating my own kind of content, I'm filming my own content, my content for my clients is so much better. And I know I say that all the time, but it's so important. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. I just love posting on social media. I think everybody should make a social media account because honestly, you learn so much from it. So the third way to get clients is to talk about it with people. Tell your friends and family what you want. You're like, oh, I'm looking for clients. Like, do you know anyone who would be interested? Or let me know if there's someone who's interested. And they'll find you. Like, I've gotten clients through friends and family too. So you got to talk about it, because when your friends and family meet someone who is looking for a social media manager, guess what? You're the first person. So if you're not talking about it, they're not going to know. They're not going to think of you. And I think it's kind of an underrated way to get clients. So those are the 3 main ways to get clients. I would love to hear ways that you've gotten clients too, but honestly, I think these are the most fulfilling ways because it just takes time. And that's kind of goes into this next part of this video. So we're going to talk about the reality of being a freelancer. It's not like a 9-to-5 where you've set hours. You set your own hours. You might be working on weekends, and maybe you don't have any work at all because you don't have any clients. A year ago, I had so much self-doubt, and guess what? I kept going. I had some moments where I had some rejections. I had some embarrassing moments. I had some moments where I had to be honest with myself and I had to step it up a little bit. And fast forward to now, I feel like I have so many more opportunities and I've gotten so much better, and I'm really excited for where this business is potentially going. I don't know. I want to be honest about, like, I don't know this. Yeah, I'm just kind of like documenting my experience and hopefully helping you. I'm not like a pro at this, if that makes sense. Like, I'm still in the learning phase, but I love sharing what I'm learning. But with that, like, comes rejection. Like I said at the beginning of this video, like I had a client that I talked to through social media actually, and I was really excited, didn't hear back, so I followed up and I got an email saying, hey, we went with someone else, and that's okay. And guess what? I got rejected today, but guess what? Yesterday I got a new client. So there are an abundance of clients. You need to have thick skin. And do I feel sad for the client that said no? Yes, but I'm also really excited for the client that said yes. You win some and you lose some, but I promise that you can do it. I promise you're gonna get a client. That's all I have to say about that. Please let me know if this is helpful. Please let me know as well if you have any questions for me, if there's anything I could have explained better or done better, or any topics you want me to cover. I would love to do that, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Dude, the amount of technical difficulties in this video was insane, and we did it anyways. Anyway, my camera's overheating, so bye.